today doing a short little video about Wildwood Tarot, and not tarot in that case, but how I use tarot. And then that YouTube keeps on shutting down my comments, and I put them back on and they close them down, and all comments disappear. So if you sent me a question, just pick another video and ask the question and just tell about which video it was, what the name of the video was where you want an answer, so I know how to answer it under some other video instead. I get these notices of recent comments, so I read through them, so I don't so I always answer them one by one, and then I notice that the comments I was just going to answer have disappeared, so I'm sorry about that, but it's not me. And this is how I use tarot. And I just use this as a simple practice or something to learn magic, and how to develop it into magic for the whole world as well. And let's call it something simple. You can do it with sigils or tarot cards or oracle cards, or just with your own will. And that's magic for inner change with tarot and so on. And let's say that I have five piles here with four cards in each. I'm fascinated by the number 4 right now. So for this I use, as I'm myself as a seer, pole star, blasted oak and challenge. So I would use these cards just to connect with them for a week. And knowing that this is me and I'm facing a challenge and the tower moment, and then I'm going to find the pole star, my true soul's purpose. So that would be 1 week. And then I would go on to pile 2, the second week, where it's meeting your fears, the guardian, karma, and go on the journey and connect to the protection and courage and what is needed. And then we can say it's the mirror when you face both sides of truth, both the dark and the light, and go into the sun, and endurance is needed here. And then to come to the final week is to be the hermit, have gotten the knowledge, balance, harmony of the world tree, or the tree, and reunion, and I call that reunion of spirit, unity with the divine, whatever you can call it. And as I'm obsessed with 4, I also had these. I like the the foundation of life, the waters of life, the breath of life, and the spark of life. Since I don't use this tarot deck, so I don't even know what they represent really. I know the classical ones. But that is just that I chose 4 cards for each week, and then I do it to balance aspects of life or learn something new. And here where's the magic or willpower gets in. You contemplate on each card. You really feel the card. What does it say to you? Does it? Do you feel that says something scary or light, or? And what do you fear or dislike? And what do you need to change or transform? And the goal, what do you want to complete and to be successful? And you just keep it simple. If it is to do something less, let's say that you don't eat a sandwich after 8 o'clock at night. Put it something simple that you can accomplish in the beginning, and then we just go into the cards, and you look, feel the need, what you want to change, or face the fear of what you need to change, and you're allowed to feel the fear. You must feel when I do things I feel. And then you can scry or path walk or whatever you do and accept the situation right now. And when you accept that it can't stay here, that's already magic starting to work. And then you can meditate. And when you are clear with somehow clear, you decide to change the thing you can change, and that's when you make the decision. And after that decision, you just let yourself feel the joy and that you have completed a task and it will be successful for you change that one thing that you could. And then it's gratitude, and it's not as act as if, but something similar in those lines, that you know that you are capable, you act like you are capable, if you put it like that, and you do it so. And I just thought I put it in here since many are new to magic, and I don't think you should always start with spirits the first thing you do. So this is just simple, it is magic, but you can use willpower and train yourself to think like what you do in magic without spirits. So, and there's no ritual, no need of quiet, but it trains your focus and willpower and decision making. So I think that it has some good points here. You can draw, write or knit. Knitting is very useful for one of my friends. She knits her will into socks, actually. So that's quite handy. And here's just some steps that I like to do, that I usually just, when you start out, you do it for you and your family, and very easy goals, that like that sandwich you don't eat, or that you, instead of drinking coffee, you drink milk or something. And then you practice and learn, and then you will see that the magic works, and that's success, and that gives you some power, since you know that you can manifest into reality, and it's empowering just. And then the second step, when you want to take it further, is when you take it for the whole community. And here you are going to need the more focus. And you start doing with energy work, focus and will. And try to keep it attainable goals, and subtle changes, many free wills are in action here. So keep it something that can give you subtle signs that it's successful. And number 3 is the world, and now you have to have wide goals. And it must be nearly for the highest good for all, since unless you get help here, it's difficult to follow through. And here you have to practice forgiveness, acceptance, and strive for balance here. You have to forgive yourself and all the other people, since we all do wrongs in one way or another, so it comes very big. And accepting and then striving for balance, that even if we are different, trying to find in the balance to balance out everything. And the goal is to get transformation, inspiration, innovation, and that people are willing to share. We can share wisdom, we can share knowledge, food, clothes, shelter, love, harmony, protection, and so on. So just whatever ticks your heart and soul, that's the main thing. But this was just some simple practice where you don't need to buy anything. You can use whatever you want to do and feel like you have the magic. And it starts working when you decide it starts to work. So have a magical, magical day. Bye for now.